straight from the soul with it. Yeah.
So on ESPN LA Radio, Travis Rogers, Keyshawn Johnson, and LZ were talking about having this event. And at this event, Rob Pelinka was there, Magic Johnson was there, and Jeannie Buss was there as well. And I believe Rob Pelinka gave this speech, or it was an interview, I'm not sure. He spoke in some way. And Travis Rogers says that Rob Pelinka believes that the Lakers could win a championship this season. And he said that Rob was also talking about how there are other components to success, and part of that is progression, how the roster was currently constructed, and how the Lakers organization owed the Lakers fans a chance to experience playoff basketball in LA, because it has been 5 years, and that is really a long time. And this is what, Travis Rogers was explaining that he said. And actually, it has been a long time since the Lakers have made a playoff push. And Travis Rogers was just explaining how he doesn't believe that the Lakers will win an NBA title this year with the current roster that they have, but think the Lakers will progress and at least make the playoffs. And Travis was just saying that Rob doesn't really believe that either, but he's just saying it just cause, I guess to get the fans excited or whatever. So Keyshawn Johnson was explaining how the words that you really need to focus on is currently constructed. He said currently constructed was the key word pertaining to the Lakers roster, or what should be your primary focus. And Keyshawn Johnson said something very interesting. He said, because the roster you see now may not be the same roster by the trade deadline. And he said that you don't know what the Lakers might do, just like when Jeannie Buss told everybody to chill out. Chill out. Something was on the way. Everybody thought Jeannie Buss was talking about, she was talking about her leather pants, but she really had something up her sleeve. And he said that, they know what's coming down the pipeline. He said that her and Magic, her and Rob, they know what's coming down the pipeline. They just don't want to tell the public. So LZ gave his thoughts and said that, and I quote, he said, I spoke with a very, very, very close Western Conference opponent executive when he was at the Hall of Fame this weekend. And he told me he didn't necessarily expect the Lakers to have a huge regular season. He said, but don't be surprised to see the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. LZ also said he looked at the guy and said, for real, bruh? And the guy said he wouldn't blink if the Lakers weren't in the Western Conference Finals. So that's when Keyshawn Johnson jumped in and said, so how many years does Anthony Davis have on his contract? And they were explaining how he had 3 years left, and that Anthony Davis had fired his agent. And it's rumored that Anthony Davis will sign with Clutch Sports, which is a company that LeBron James and his friends are involved with, and how Anthony Davis does have a house out in Los Angeles. So that's when Travis Rogers went on to talk about the growth the Lakers will have under the tutelage of LeBron James, and how they look in November won't be how they'll look in April, and this could be a very dangerous group by then. So that's when Keyshawn Johnson kind of cuts him off and says, I think that this group is not the group that you'll see at the end of the year. I think there are going to be some movement with the Lakers at some point during the season to acquire additional help. I don't know who will be gone, but this group that they start with won't be the group that they end with. The LZ says he 100% agrees. And that's when LZ explained that he wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers gave a call to Toronto, to the Trailblazers, or to the Minnesota Timberwolves. LZ was talking about how Kyle Kuzma was working with Kobe Bryant, who are both my favorite players, by the way, but Kuzma is my favorite player right now. And if they trade Kuzma, I will be furious. And I know this is random, but I've been wearing my Kyle Kuzma shirt that I ordered offline since it has arrived, and that was about 2 weeks ago. I still haven't washed it, and I know that may sound nasty or dirty, but I don't care. But I understand how you may feel about that. But moving on, my thoughts is, and my guess, of who this Western Conference nemesis is, because LZ never stated who it was, but Raj, who is the producer of the show, yelled Vladi Diva, and then you had Keyshawn Johnson say Steve Kerr. They both could be right, but I don't think it was either one of those Western Conference execs, and they're not even Western Conference execs, but I don't think it was either one. I think it was possibly Daryl Morey. He always praises LeBron, but who knows? And as this Western Conference executive stated that he doesn't think the Lakers will have a huge regular season success, which is what I've been saying, months ago when I first gave my prediction of what I believe the Lakers record will be at the end of the season. I stated that I believe the Lakers will get an eighth seed, especially if they keep the roster that they have now. And, people got a little upset, but they don't understand they don't look at things in the full context of the season LeBron James was having in Cleveland. Like, he was really struggling against a lot of teams, unless he was kind of taking some nights off, which LeBron does. But a lot of these teams that he struggled with was teams out west, and those teams that he was struggling with out west, he's playing in the West every single night now, opposed to playing in the East. And he was losing to a lot of those teams when he played in the East, and he had to carry that team. So now he's on the Western Conference. So that's just my belief, though. I could be wrong. The Lakers could get a 6th seed, or some people believe the Lakers going to get a 2nd, 5th, 3rd. Who knows? But that's just my prediction. But to me, it would be smart anyway. I don't understand why people have this problem. Like, it's bad for the Lakers to get an 8th seed. I think it would be genius for the Lakers to get an 8th seed. And I said it before, for the Lakers to get an 8th seed, you will save a ton of energy, first of all, and you face the Rockets or the Warriors first. These are the toughest teams in the conference, so you can face them right there when you have all of your energy, and you could conserve energy as the playoffs go along. And if you defeat those tough teams in the beginning, you don't have to worry about facing them. You'll have an easier road to the finals if you're LeBron James. LeBron is older now. He's not stupid. He knows what seed he wants, because he sizes up these teams. He did it in the Eastern Conference last year. It's called being calculated. So obviously this Western Conference executive agrees with me, and I just think the Lakers should just wait until 2019 free agency and just sign who's available. LeBron has 4 years left on his contract and has been doing 1-year deals these past couple of seasons. So clearly he's sending the inclination that he will be patient with Magic Johnson and the Lakers. Now, Keyshawn Johnson alluded to Anthony Davis. Now, if you are going to go all out, at least go all out for an Anthony Davis. And ironically, Bill Simmons just posted on Twitter that if it's true that Anthony Davis is going to sign with Clutch Sports, that the Lakers should just start selling his jersey right now. But I mean, I don't believe that they're going to trade for Anthony Davis, but you never know. I just don't think they're going to trade for Anthony Davis. If they were to trade for anybody, my gut is telling me, and this is just my gut, a lot of times my gut is right and a lot of times it's wrong, but my gut is telling me if they're going to trade for anybody, it will most likely be Kawhi Leonard. It would be smarter to go after Anthony Davis if they can get him. They will have to give up a lot. They'll possibly have to give up Ingram, Kuzma, and Lonzo, Josh Hart, and some draft picks, or do a 3-team trade in order to get Anthony Davis. So, I mean, that's if you go all out. If you can go all out, then you might as well just go all out like that. And, just try to sign Klay Thompson in 2019 in free agency. And, just this thing, Anthony Davis, LeBron, and Klay Thompson, man, that'd be a deep roster. That'd be, whew. But I just don't think it'll be a smart idea because, like I said before, having a bench is very important. It's not just about superstars. And you've seen with the Spurs, the 90s Bulls, they always had a solid bench. The Warriors have a good bench. It plays a major key. It plays a key and winning championships. And people always overlook that aspect. So just imagine if like I said, if the Lakers would have signed Clay or Kawhi this offseason, then if the Lakers keep these young guys, you could just have them coming off the bench and they elevate their play. And if they elevate their play this season, just imagine how stacked this team would be going into 2019, 2020. And honestly, I don't see Jimmy Butler leaving the Timberwolves. I think Tibbs will work it out. And as I reported to you guys, I was the first one who said that I believe that said that Luol Deng was signed with the Timberwolves. And according to these reports, that's exactly who he signed with, because they're trying to recreate the Chicago Bulls from 2011 and teach these young guys how to win. But I don't believe that they're going to be this Bulls team from 2011. I just don't see that happening. And those days are over. It's time to move on. Derrick Rose has old man knees, and it's just time to move on. And in my thoughts, Keyshawn Johnson knows the inside details. He knows the scoop. They hear and talk to people very close to the Lakers organization, and people close to and people and these NBA insiders and Ramona Shelburne and all these inside people. They know, so it's not just throwing out hypotheticals. So we'll just see. I'm not that interested in Damian Lillard joining the Lakers. And like I said, we'll just have to wait and see. You guys get in that comment box. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think the Lakers will keep their current roster, or will there be an entirely new roster by next year? Get in that comment box, like, share, subscribe. I'm out.